how to read and work out the notation for Happy Birthday and for all the other songs that don't have tab. I appreciate when you first look at this, it looks quite scary. It's like a completely different language, but I've set this up so you're able to work it out yourself and then go away and be able to play the tune yourself. So, first bits, let's explain what all the little bits are. This swirly bit here, we call this a treble clef. This is just something that changes depending on the instrument. So as a guitar, we use a treble clef. So at the start of every bit of music you see, this will be at the beginning. Next part, this is what we call a time signature. The time signature counts how many beats are in a bar. So a bar is where we go up to these lines here. And if you can see on this music here, you can see these numbers. That's just counting the bars. Bar number 2, bar number 3, bar number 4, bar number 5, and so on. So time signature just means there are 3 counts per bar. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We never count above 3. If you look further down, there's a bit here that says 4, 4. All that means is that bar there, you count to 4 rather than to 3. That's all it means. So that's your time signature. Then we have this bit here. Some people say it looks like a hat because you've got a line underneath it and there. That's what we call a rest. And in this case, it's a rest for 2 beats. And you can see here, I've got numbers 1 and 2 just to help remind you. It's a rest for 2 beats. Then we get to our first note in the music. Now, the most important bit for us right now are these black blobs. Now, if I follow down here, can you see I've done here an answers part? Then below the answers, I've got G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. That is all the notes that are within this song. All you need to do is look at the first note here, the first black blob. Look where it is. Look what line it's on. So if I look here, it's on the second line. I go down to my answers and I look across till I find the black blob that's in the same place. In this case, you will see it's this one, and it's a G. So therefore that first note is G. So if you grab hold of a pencil, you want to write the note G above it. Once you've done that, go to the next note, go down to the answers, and again, match it. Which one is the same as that one? Now the black blob is on the second line, so it's another G, same as the first one. Now, I go across again. Now this is in a different place. You can see it's slightly higher than that G we just worked out. It's in the second gap. So I'll go down. It can't be G because that's on the line. I'll go across. There it is in the second gap. It's a A. So with your pencil, write A above that note. I'll go across again. Now this black blob again is lower, so it can't be an A. It's a different place. It's on the second line. So I'll go down. I'll match it. And it's a G. So I'm going to write G. Now feel free, if you're understanding this, to pause it and work out the rest of the notes as I'm going to go on and work out each note with you now. So I go across from that G. Now our next note you can see is higher than the G, so it can't be a G. Now if I look where it is, it's in gap 1, 2, 3. Gap 3. So I'm going to go across from here till I find the note that's in gap 3. Here it is. C. So I'm going to write C. Now if I go across here again, now this is where some people fall foul because it's a different colour. The colour doesn't matter, we're just looking where the blob is. Okay? All the colours mean are how long or short the note is. So if it's a white note, it's a long note. If it's a black note, it's a short note. And you will notice some of them even attached to each other. That means they're even shorter again. So you've got long, short, shorter. Okay? Right, so this white note here, again, just look where it is. It's on line 3. So I go to the answers, I'll go across till I find the notes on line 3, and it's a B. So I'm going to write B above that one, go across again. If we look at this one, the black blob's on the second line. The answer is G. So I write G above that, go across, that's on the same line, so it can only be another G. If I go across again, this one's higher up, so this is in the second gap. Go down to my answers, match it, it is a A. So I'm going to write A above that one. Now if I go across again, the next one is lower down, so it can't be an A. It's on the second line, G. So I write G above that. Now this next one's a lot higher. So it's on line 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's on line 4. I'll go across my answers till I find the blob that's on line 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is, D. So I'm going to write D above that one. Now I'll go across from D, go down. This is lower, so it can't be a D. Let's have a look what gap it's in. 1, 2, 3. It's in the third gap. So if I start here, I'll go across till I find the answer that's in line 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go. It's a C. So write C above that. 2 more. These next 2 ones, they're on the second line. They're both on the same line. These ones we've done, G. So we write G. So what I want you to do, if you haven't already, try and do the second line exactly the same way. Look at the first note, look where it is. So in this case it's sitting on top. Go all the way across, keep looking until you find the one, and you'll see it's another G. So it's G. It's a different G to the first one. So you're going to write G. Okay? It's a higher G than the first one there. It's a higher one. So G. And try and work them all out. Okay? Then in a second I'm going to put up all the answers in this video so you'll see each note. If you've got it wrong, have a look at the one you've got wrong and match it with the answers and see if you can see where you've gone wrong. Once you've done the answers and you've got them all correct and you've matched them with all the answers in the bottom, what you need to know next is where to play these notes on your guitar. So this first note here we worked out was a G, this one here in the answers. Now if you look below the G down in this tab section, this is telling us where we play that note on the guitar. Okay, so that G, in the tab here, it says 0. Now, if I count the lines that it's on, if I start at the top line here, that's number 1, 2, 3. It's on the third line. So all that means is string 3, which is Eddie's bad grandma, string 3, and it says 0, so you don't need to press down, just play string 3 on its own. That is G. Now this note here we worked out was an A, which is this one. So if you're going to play the A, and go down to the tab, count what line the number is on. 1, 2, 3. So it's string 3, and it says number 2, so it's fret 2. So you play A on string 3, fret 2. Now if I go to another part here, for example this note, which is our high G, which is different to the first one, it's this last one. If I go to that high G in the answers, I go down, look what line the number is on. So in this case it's on line number 1, so it's string 1, fret 3. So just to recap from the beginning, treble clef. This is just on all our music that we read. Time signature, which just tells us how many counts are in each bar. Okay, so in this case it's 3. We go from the top number, 3. This bar here has a 4-4, so this bar we count to 4. This bit here that people say looks like a hat is what we call a rest. So you got rest, rest. It's worth 2. To work out the notes, we look where the blob is, count what line it's on, or if it's in a gap, and you just match it with one of the answers. Then with your pencil, write it above. Once you've done that, look at the tab below that note, and that tells you what string it's on. So in this case, 1, 2, 3, and then the number is the fret that you play. The colour of the note, so if it's black or if it's white, tells us how long or short it is. If it's black, it's worth 1 beat, simply means short. So if I was going to play a black note like this, I'd go, in this case it's a C, I'd go C, 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 C. So it'd be like that, C. If I was going to play this note here, which in this case is a B, this is long, so I'd go B gap, B gap, B gap. So these black ones here, crotchets, C, 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 C. That's how long they are. C. This one, B gap, B gap, B. Always say that gap in between. Then if they're joined together, they're quicker. So in this case, we worked out this is a G, 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 G. And at the beginning here, G, G. So in the join. So if I say the notes at speed here, you got G, G, A, G, C, B, gap, G, G, A, G, D, C, gap, G, 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 E, C, B, A, gap, F, F, E, C, D, C. This one's a white one with a dot at the end. It's worth 3 beats. It's even longer than that one, so it's really long. C, 2, 3. I hope this helps. This same approach works for every bit of music on the website that doesn't have tab to help you work out. So always have a pencil, match the notes with the answers, write them down, then use the tab part on where to play on your guitar.